Katrina. Everybody has a Katrina story. You could just say the word. Um, Goodness. I was one of the lucky few who was not here when Katrina fell. But I very well could have been. The culture of the area is not to leave. I had no intention of leaving. It was by fluke that I was gone. My daughter at the time was 4 years old, and she was in a daycare facility that was run by a family, and that family takes a vacation once a year and shuts down the facility for 1 week. That week happened to coincide with the week of Katrina in 2005. So I had already arranged for my daughter to spend a week at her grandma's, and I was gone the weekend that everyone evacuated, taking my daughter to my mother's house to spend the week with her. But for that week vacation by my daughter's daycare, I would have been here. My daughter would have been here. We had zero intentions of leaving, notwithstanding the news reports. The news has a bit of a little girl who cried wolf syndrome for us, and they tell us we're going to die so often that we just ignore them. My sister, who's a physician, stayed behind because she had patients in labor at the time, and a number of members of my family stayed behind. And by various stories, and there are a lot of them, everyone left. So my family was very fortunate. The only property damage we suffered was that one of my cousins' home had water to the ceiling, and my home was broken into by looters, or people who were looking for food is the word that I prefer, and I had left my Rottweiler in the house, and they shot her and killed her. So aside from that, though, we really had no losses during Katrina, which it's interesting because if I had sustained the losses that I sustained during Katrina at any other time, I would be sitting here giving you a list of all the losses. But when you compare my losses to the losses that my neighbors, that my city felt, I say I had no losses comparatively.